But this story out of Cincinnati, Ohio is definitely something totally different than what the folks used to seeing. So you had this young man by the name of Rodney Hinton. He was gunned down by the police, 18 years old. And the police said that he was in a stolen vehicle or whatever. You'll see the body cam footage. Well, once the police took the life of, Rodney Hinton's son, Ryan, he had to take, matters to his own hands. We'll check that out.
Price Hill condos Thursday morning. Cincinnati officers tracked down a stolen vehicle.
As you know, we had a critical incident yesterday.
4 people get out and start running. In body cam footage released today, in just 6 seconds, police say 18-year-old Ryan Hinton aims his gun at officers.
He's got to go.
Police shoot and kill him. Today on MLK Drive, a deputy is working traffic control for UC graduation when a driver crashes into him.
There is a connection between these two incidents. The driver of today's vehicle that struck a deputy has a family relationship with the 18-year-old that we shot yesterday.
Chief, is the person who hit the deputy the father of the person who was shot yesterday?
Yes.
Ryan Hinton's father, 38-year-old Rodney Hinton, is charged with aggravated murder in the deputy's death. He was taken to University Hospital in critical condition. Hours later, the Hamilton County Sheriff's deputy dies. The CPD homicide unit investigating both the death of the deputy killed today and the death of the 18-year-old shot by police.
I can assure you, as the chief of police for Cincinnati, I will ensure you transparency and a thorough and accurate investigation.
Earlier this morning, after that tense appearance surrounded by dozens of deputies inside and outside the courtroom, we're learning more details from the Hamilton County Prosecutor's Office about what's now being called a deliberate attack. Prosecutors say witnesses watched Hinton stop his car outside of graduation ceremonies for students at the University of Cincinnati, then ram the recently retired deputy who was outside his vehicle conducting traffic, ultimately ending his life. Now, the defense explained that this has been an emotionally charged week for Hinton after his son was killed by that Cincinnati police officer on Thursday. Meanwhile, Hinton is going to be held at the Claremont County Jail by the judge's order for his safety until a no bond appearance is set to determine whether or not he'll be held as that judicial process plays out. At the Hamilton County Courthouse today, Giacomo Luca, WLWT News 5.
Now, Giacomo, you mentioned that moment when he shouted out, but what was the overall mood in the courtroom during this hearing? We did see so many deputies that were there for it.
Tiffany, I've been to a lot of courtrooms for a lot of criminal cases over the last 15 years. I've never seen so many deputies show solidarity like that in the courtroom. The mood was solemn, and certainly the jabs by the defendant in this case as he was exiting the courtroom, the deputies just remained silent as he walked out.
So, see, this is very shocking for the folks to see something like this. They take the life of the son. The father has been reported, and the family went to see the body. And 2 hours later, he went on ahead and plotted, in his mind a little bit that, hey, I think he was triggered. I wouldn't say he plotted. I believe he was just triggered when he seen that deputy. And he ran down that deputy because, unfortunately, this deputy had nothing to do with it at all. But he was just triggered, I think, just seeing the uniform. I think what he really needs to do is plead temporary insanity, because I think it would be fitting, especially since he just saw his son like that, gunned down, dead. He was triggered when he saw the uniform, and he just flipped out, and that's what I think he should plead on, temporary insanity, because anybody can actually have sympathy for that. Like, you just saw your son dead body, and this happened 2 hours. Now, if he'd have waited 2 days, 3 days, it'd been a little different, maybe with some premeditated stuff, right? But it just happened. But here's the thing. The reason why the folks are freaked out about this particular story is because they're not used to black people responding in that manner. They're used to you crying and saying, I forgive you and all of that. They're not used to that. Some black people out here is not going to be praying and all that for you. I believe this father died when he saw his son die. So he did not, at that point, he was like, hey, man, it's like, Mississippi burning around here. It just bottom line. That's just how his mindset, at least what I would believe as a father myself, right? Some people say, do you condone it? It's not for me to condone. It's not. It's not me condone or be against. It's not. Because who am I to say how a parent is going to respond when they know their child has been gunned down? Let's call it what it is. Even if he did steal a car, the penalty of vehicle theft isn't the death penalty in America. It isn't. You get some jail time, but it isn't the death penalty. So you're taking it there, right? And the police can just think you got something. They don't have to know. They can just think. And with qualified immunity, they get away with it. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, sure. Okay. He in jail. Trust me. He getting so much respect in jail right now. Dudes are respecting him in jail. They say, hey man, I heard what you did for your son, bro. Hey man, that's I respect that. There's so many dudes in jail dapping him up and giving him respect for that. So he really not being, trust me, he probably getting a lot of new friends and probably being taken care of also in jail because people respect what he did in there. You know what I'm saying? So all that we shall overcome stuff, that's done. Them days are done. Leave black people alone, man. That's it. Okay, just arrest. Like, look, them school shooters kill a bunch of people, but you notice they never get shot? You notice that? They never shoot the school shooters. And if they do, it's extremely rare. The school shooters get to do whatever they want to do and then get arrested with not a scratch. But a black person being in a car with other people, you don't know what the story. We don't know if he stole it, he didn't stole it. Sometimes people do some stupid things. You know what I'm saying? What if he got in the car, he didn't know it was stolen? If he got in the car and like, oh, shoot, the police coming, man, and everybody running, you scared what the police gonna do. Nobody know the story. You understand? It sure didn't warrant his son to be killed. So, hey, leave black people alone. That's the only thing that I say about it. Because that father's like, hey, man, you took my heart away, so I'm not worried at this point. And that just really what it comes across to me.